Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Coins Alert channel. This is Rich, making another movie about XRP today, as always. I hope everyone is having a great day today, no matter where they are in the world. Let's talk about XRP. To begin, I have to read this from Ripple. Ripple XRP and the crypto community as a whole gained a lot of speed at the start of 2025. One important thing that happened is that the SEC and Ripple agreed to end their case. The judge is the only thing we need right now. I'd also like Akins to say something about this. That might be good for XRP. Hidden Road was bought for $1.25 billion, so that the XRP system and RLUSD could be used by more people. Investment products built on XRP are becoming more popular among institutions. A change in US policy means more consistency and more chances. The XRP markets report is changing as of the second quarter. As always, we will be open and share important news about Ripple and XRP through official routes, such as Ripple and Ripple XDev. The public will also still be able to see our XRP holdings on ripple.com. I saw that some people said Ripple would no longer be open starting in the second quarter, but they also said that anyone can see how much XRP Ripple has at ripple.com. Also, I'd like to point out that from the fourth quarter of 2024 to the first quarter of 2025, trade activity on the chain slowed down. People think that the XRP ledger will get that steam back. XRP went down in value because transaction fees went down along with the number of transactions. Things could change at any time. This is just a note about the information we're getting from Ripple. The trust is something else I want to talk about. It went from 38 billion XRP to 37 billion, 130 million XRP and 5 XRP. Some people are still saying that Ripple has 52 billion tokens in lockup, but that's no longer true. That information is from a long time ago, like 2019-2020. It's still important to Bitcoin maxis that XRP doesn't look like it's centralized. Also, next month another 1 billion will be made available. After that, some of that XRP will be locked back in. It happens every month. I did want to make that clear though, about how much XRP is still held in trust. And to be honest, I like that Ripple holds that trust because they'll use it smartly to give XRP more uses. RLUSD can now be bought and sold on Gemini. One exchange after another lets you make deposits and payments. That lets you use RLUSD. There is still a lot of interest in RLUSD, and that will finally show up in the price of XRP as well, since RLUSD is often moved through XRP. They put out a discussion draft of their much expanded crypto market structure bill in the House. This is a big one. This is FIT 21. This tells you who is now in charge of overseeing crypto. The CFTC will have more power because of this bill, while the SEC will have less power. It looks like the CFTC will be the main watchdog for crypto going forward. But it does this too. The bill sets up a clear decentralized test. One person or group shouldn't be able to control the whole project for it to be considered decentralized. People who own more than 10% of the supply should be named as long as the project stays centralized to make sure everything is clear. If a blockchain has basic value and has been grown a lot, it is said to be mature. Not owned or managed by one central authority. It works as open, fair based on rules, and comprises less than 1/5 of the supply. The draft version of the bill also gets rid of rules related to minimum net worth. This means that the market would be open to more regular investors, and for years to come the average 9-to-5 worker could get into crypto. For decentralized finance, some systems may not have to follow rules if they do not hold funds, and do not use private judgment. There is a lack of information about how quickly and with the help of both parties, Congress is working to open up crypto innovation in the US. It's important to note that the bill only describes stable coins and doesn't call them securities. But the thing I liked most about this is that they're going to split centralized and decentralized cryptocurrencies. They will also say that this cryptocurrency is fully grown. It has already been built. It's useful, open, fair based on rules, and not owned or managed by one person or group. More than any other cryptocurrency, utility-driven cryptocurrencies will gain from this bill. However, they are still taking too long to get it passed. In the United States, we need to get clear as soon as possible. The SEC has named the official members of the Crypto Task Group. A lot of big names are on the panel, like BlackRock, Fidelity, Nasdaq, Franklin Templeton, and Robinhood. Ripple, Chainlink, Coinbase, and maybe even a member of Uphold. Where the hell are they? When does the same company that isn't even a crypto company do it? These are the people who are in charge of everything. You can invest with BlackRock, Fidelity, Nasdaq, Franklin Templeton, and Robinhood. The good news is that I believe Franklin Templeton, or rather their CEO, can see the future. She has already said that Bitcoin isn't important. Bitcoin isn't the big change. XRP, XLM, XDC, and other cryptocurrencies will cause trouble. But if they're going to make a crypto task group, you'd think there would be crypto companies there. Deep Freeze is now live on the XRP ledger that was made for tokens that have been released, but not XRP. It gives you the control you need to follow the rules, stop fraud, apply sanctions, and create tokens that are good enough for institutions. And I saw people saying, here they are going to freeze your XRP. They even added this warning. Deep Freeze does not work for XRP, which is important to remember. The XRP ledger's built-in digital asset deep freezes are only for issue tokens, and have no effect on XRP amounts or transactions. This will be good for organizations. This was made for schools and doesn't cover high-risk compliance situations. Institutional issuers need a better way to freeze assets when sanctioned entities are involved, or when they need to stop fraud or follow the law. They will also be able to freeze coins that are being used for illegal activities. And I believe this had to be set up before it could be used in institutions, as well. I just wanted to bring that up because I've already seen people on the XRP record say they're going to freeze XRP. It's not going to happen. Brad Garlinghouse sent this message. He is excited to work with donors Choose and Teach for America on Ripple's first big charity project, which will be driven by RLUSD. I was surprised by that word for a moment. Innovation and economic movement in the U.S. Begin in the classroom. This $25 million will give kids, teachers, and staff the tools they need to make the future better for themselves and their communities. Ripple is giving $25 million to schools in the United States. People told them right away. That's because they're going to teach XRP in school. There's no doubt that crypto will now be taught in schools. Crypto is being used in the new way of doing business. That makes sense to take place. But I think Ripple is really just pushing education here, since they don't even talk about XRP much, or even blockchain. They just say that we're helping a good cause. Brad also says that the link below lets you give RLUSD, XRP, or other cryptocurrencies to donors Choose and Teach for America. I also think this is a great cause if you want to give money to it. Anyone who wants to possibly get their crypto taxes wiped out, people could also write this off as well. But I like everything Ripple does. They help out all the time. That's right, they give money to a cause all the time. Now they're giving money to schools. Just put up Elon Musk's strange X that is linked to Ripple. The crypto world explodes as the XRP army declares that it will rule the world. In my opinion, this whole piece is nonsense. Unless Elon Musk comes out and says, hey, we're going to connect RippleNet and XRP to X payment platform. Because of this, it's just a guess until then. Because XRP is so fast and cheap, this would make sense. Elon should use it in XPay because it makes sense. But it's still early right now. Another thing I always brought up was that Elon Musk got a lot of licenses to send money, just like Ripple did all over the US. That makes a lot of sense for them to get together, but it hasn't been yet. I see a lot of these things